you've got to be up quite early to see the sunrise in Japan. It's probably the first time I've ever done it, but here we go. That is where we are going. Tokachi Dake in Hokkaido Prefecture. Hope you had a good time watching the video. I certainly had a fantastic time hiking it. As you could see from the footage, it was pretty crazy windy up there. Because of that, the views and the conditions were changing quite quickly. 1 second it was calm and beautiful views for miles, and the next it was getting pretty sketchy and I couldn't see a thing. So a good portion of the hike just didn't get captured at all because there was no view at all. But even hiking in those kind of dodgy conditions, it was epic, and so I would definitely love to get back there for a clear day. In terms of a how-to, we rented a car and were driving around from spot to spot in Hokkaido. I would definitely recommend it as the way to go, as the driving was just really cool. And I was checking out a few different mountains to climb in Hokkaido, including Asahidake, the tallest mountain there, but we ended up staying in a place called Furano for quite a few days, and the Tokachi Dake range is quite close to there. Tokachi Dake itself is the tallest peak in the range at 2,077 meters, and so that is what I went for. I definitely recommend going to Furano if you're visiting Hokkaido. The lavender fields that you saw at the start of the video are just a really beautiful, unique experience. I certainly have seen nothing like it anywhere else in the world, so definitely check out Furano. It's a quiet but pretty nice town. And yeah, so I woke up quite early and drove by car from Furano to a spot called Yoooo, which is the trailhead or the base of the mountain for this hike. That took about 45 minutes and I started the hike at about 5 o'clock. I'll link to the Strava in the video description. All in all, it was, I think, 7.5 hours up and down with 5.5 hours moving time, and that included a lot of back and forth to the camera. So it wasn't a walk in the park, but it also wasn't the like a super difficult hike either. I'd give it a 6 out of 10. So if you're thinking of doing it, leave yourself plenty of time. Check out the route and you'd be absolutely fine. The big thing I was worried about was the heat in the days leading up to this hike. I went in July, it was past 30 degrees in Hokkaido, super hot. We were getting scorched by the sun and I was worried that I wouldn't have enough water or that I'd just get scorched by the sun, but actually it was fine. As soon as I started hiking and made an elevation gain, it got cooler and had the protection from the sun with the clouds as well. And I left with 3.5 litres of water and a bunch of snacks, and that was absolutely fine. And at the end of the hike there is an onsen in Ryōun-kaku hotel, or the little lodging there. If you leave aside the grubbiness factor, it could certainly do with a good clean and some love. But apart from that, it was a nice onsen. The water was a lovely quality. I'm sure it's a fantastic way to finish a 2,000 meter hike. If you have any questions, ask away in the comments and I'll come back to you. That is it. Cheers for watching. I'd be happy as hell if you could like and subscribe, but even more than that, if you could share this video with a buddy that would like to see it, that would be absolutely fantastic, and it would help support this little old YouTube channel that I've started. Arigatou gozaimasu. Bye bye.